Hi friends, Tracy.bish here, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. It is Tracy's Sunday Challenge for Sunday the 25th of February, and for this week's theme we are doing a colour combo challenge. So Poppy Parade, Grey Granite and Crushed Curry, which screams these beautiful papers from the Trusty Toolbox 12x12 Designer Series paper. I'm also using the biggest Wish stamp set, as well as the Everyday Detail dies. Now these are in the new mini catalogue. You can find them on page 28. The stamp set that goes with them are absolutely gorgeous as well. So I'm making a bit of a cool fun fold card. We're using basic white thick cardstock, Grey Granite, the Poppy Parade, as well as that DSP. Now this is a free DSP that you can purchase, you can earn free with qualifying order. So I'm starting off with my card base. It's 4 1/8 by, I believe, 11. It's just a normal card base. So let me have a quick look. I didn't write that down. 11 5/8. We're going to do some score lines at 2 1/8, as well as 7 7/8. And that's going to create this little fun fold. It's a little bit different, but awesome. Alright, so basic white thick is our card base. I'm using the Trusty Toolbox DSP. I've cut my pieces down already. I'm using 2 of the designs. We're doing matting with Grey Granite. Now I don't have all the measurements in front of me. I didn't do that before I come to do my voiceover, but rest assured I will have them in my blog post. So if you're after the measurements for this card, please pop on over to my blog post. There is a link in the description of this video. It'll have all the details over there. So just know that that's probably the easiest way of getting about everything. So we have the 2 layers at the front. I am using that great stamp set to create our happy birthday layer, and I'm also using these 2 dies. So I've got the second and third, that was the third smallest. We have our happy and birthday. Now I'm actually going to layer these over the top of each other, which is a great way of doing it. We have both the bold font as well as the scriptive font, and I really liked being able to layer the 2 together. So I've gone with the bold for birthday, the scriptive for the happy. Bold's going to be in what I class is the lighter colour, because the red from Poppy Parade really pops off the page. So I just thought that this would look, the happy would really pop out a lot more than if it was in Grey Granite. So I'm going to stamp these 2 down. We're going to die cut from that beautiful Everyday Details dies, which has really great dies. They have little dots all the way around the borders. There is rectangles, there's circles, there's also just long dice that will actually leave impressions in or piercing into the cardstock as well. So super cool. Now I did stamp this with the Grey Granite. As in my previous videos, I'm sure I've said this a few times, we've had a lot of humid weather here in Victoria, which is not normal for us. Usually we get away with, a couple of days of humid weather. We've had a lot of it, so it's playing funny buggers with my ink pads. So the best way of doing that, if it comes out blotchy and terrible, is to run either your bone folder or a plastic spoon over it to smooth out the ink, and that will help then when you re-ink your stamp to get a nice clean crisp image. So there I've got the Grey Granite birthday down, the Poppy Parade happy, and I think that looks so good. So I haven't told you this yet. This is actually a card that I created for my husband's 50th birthday, which was actually last Saturday. And I really love the Trusty Tools DSP because you can fussy cut some of those images You can't go wrong with masculine cards and tools. My husband is a very handy man, so he's done a lot of renovating in our house. He also works as a building labourer for his brother, and I thought, well, I can't go really wrong here. Because he's not really happy about turning 50, I didn't want to do a big 5-0 on his card. Let's not upset him any more than he already is. As it is, he's turned 49 plus 1 this year. So that's interesting. But, yeah. So, the tool set was a really easy set for him. And I will say, for the last few years, I've used an old, retired stamp set that had helicopters. He loves helicopters. So I have used that so many times in the last couple of years that really wanted to try something a little bit different for him. So there we have our basic white thick cardstock that I've stamped my sentiment on. I've also die cut the Poppy Parade in the next size larger in that die set. And I'm just going to layer the two, the DSP and the Grey Granite matting together. One side's got the screwdrivers, it's the one that we're using right now. The other side has the nuts and bolts, all those things, and in the Grey Granite. So we're just going to add those two layers together, and we're going to adhere them to the front of the card base. We're going to do some fun stuff on the inside as well, don't worry. Now, there is only a very short period of time left. We're talking days left of celebration. So if there's free items in the celebration catalogue or the new items that are now available, if you're after any of those, please get in and get your order in as soon as possible to make sure that you get those free goodies. If it comes 1st of March, it doesn't matter how much you order, you're not getting free goodies. So please go out and order your supplies now. It's always a good time to stock up on your cardstock, your embellishments, your adhesives, all those things that you're going to always need. Stock up with them now so you get the free goodies on top. It's also only a few days left for that joining special, so if you are thinking about joining and purchasing the starter kit, I've got a couple of days to get that great offer of the $51 extra of free product, or the glass mat, silicone mat, and the cleaning cloth, which is both very good offers. $169 for your starter kit, and you get $235 worth of product that you choose. So really great offer on at the moment. Now, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I would love to help you on your crafting journey in my team, the INKY Stampers. But yeah, know that you're more than welcome to come and join us. So I'm going to layer these two labels up with dimensionals in between, and we've glued everything down at the front. Now I'm going to attach this to the right hand side, so I'm just going to add, actually, am I going to attach it to the left? Let me think. I'm going to pop them up though. Yeah, I'm going to attach it to the right. There we go. So we're going to make sure that we're not protruding over that right hand side piece, because otherwise if we protrude over, you're actually going to close your card up using those dimensionals, so that would be very, very bad. What else did I want to say too? So the joining offer celebration is soon finishing, which is really, really important. Now, if you would like to join in this week's challenge, all you need to do is take a photo of your card using the colour combo Poppy Parade, Grey Granite and Crushed Curry, and pop that into the challenge post over on my business Facebook page, and we'd love to see what you're creating. Make sure you come over and check out and see what everyone else is creating as well. So there's lots of inspiration out there for everyone who would like to join in, and it's free to join. You don't even have to use Stampin' Up products. You could use a grey, a red and a yellow. There we go. If you don't have Stampin' Up, you can certainly still join in. So then I've just cut off a little tiny strip of the DSP. Now this design is a ruler, which is so cool, and I've just cut a strip of 3/8 of an inch. it's going to go along the edge or the bottom of that card. So really wanted to bring, as you can see, that crushed curry hadn't been brought in yet, so I had to bring the crushed curry in. We're also going to do the sentiment, wishing you the happiest of birthdays. I'm using the Charming Sentiments stamp set for this. I wasn't sure what I was going to use on the inside. I could have used the same stamp set that I've used for the front of the card, but I really love this sentiment. I think it's just a sweet sentiment for everyone, wishing you the happiest of birthdays, and the fonts and that are just absolutely beautiful. So Charming Sentiments, it's in the annual catalogue if you're looking for it, and we're going to actually stamp this with Poppy Parade ink. Okay, so what else do I have to tell you? So there are new products with Celebration, and as well as the ones that are in the Celebration catalogue. If you need to know what they are, please head over to my online store. You can go into that section there and it'll show you what are available, like what you can choose from. So, but you know, you've got stamp sets, you've got ribbon and embellishments, embossing folders, you've got Stamp and Write markers. There are so many great things there that you can pick up for free. And yeah, you might as well grab them while you can. I'm also going to bring in this DSP. Now what's really great about this full pack of DSP is there's a couple of pages of just tools that you can fussy cut, or if you have the Trusty toolbox, I think that's what it's called. Hang on, let me have a quick look. I don't actually have it, but I know some people out there may have it. Trusty Tools bundle, which has the stamp set and the dies. They actually will die cut majority of those images on the DSP. So if you have that set, you could certainly use that to die cut all the little tools. But I've gone with the Poppy Parade little screwdriver because it ties in really nicely. The DSP on the front of the card is, again, screwdrivers as well as the nuts and bolts. So it's going to tie in really well. Now because it is DSP, it is really quite thin. So I'm going to layer it up with a piece of Grey Granite cardstock. So I'm just going to glue it straight down to the Grey Granite, and then just fussy cut around that again. So that gives it that nice strong embellishment-like feature without, you know, without having any issues with it bending or tearing or anything like that. So it's because it is sitting up on the sentiment piece as well, we want to make sure that it's nice and supported. So the Trusty Toolbox 12x12 DSP that we've used on this card is a free Celebration item. I know I keep going on about it, but we've only got a few more days and these items are completely gone. You will not be able to get them again. There are 12 sheets in this DSP, 2 sheets of 6 double-sided designs. The colour combos with this DSP pack are Basic Black, Copper Clay, Crushed Curry, Grey Granite, Lost Lagoon and Poppy Parade. Hence the colour challenge for this week. So yeah, I hope this colour scheme, you know, brings out some fun creativity for you. To me, it screams masculine, but, you know, I know that you ladies will probably come up, well, ladies and men, I don't really have any men join in my challenge, but if you would like to, you certainly can. But I know everyone has so much creativity that they always come up with some really great things. So I'm sure we'll probably see a few feminine cards there as well. You'd certainly do a really nice flower card with those colours too. So I'm just tucking this in underneath the sentiment piece with a dimensional. And there we have it. My husband loved this card too, by the way, so which is really nice. So I'm using the classic matte dots, I think that's what they're called. To be 100% honest with you, I don't even know whether these are still current or whether they've retired them, but I had them. They're in Grey Granite and I was going to use them for my husband's card. So I think it just needed just a little bit more, and you know, there's no ribbon or anything like that, so I had to put a little bit of bling on there as well. And then this is the end of the card. I really hope that you've enjoyed today's card. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. I'd love it if you hit the subscribe button. You could share this video, tell your family, friends and loved ones about this video. And don't forget you can join in this week's Tracy Sunday Challenge as well. Alright, if you're in need of any of the supplies, you can purchase them in my online store. There is a link in the video description. And yeah, we'll be back with another video really soon. Thank you so much for spending a bit of time with me, and I hope to see you all really soon. Bye bye.